Hello everyone and welcome to YouTube Tuesday with me, Jessica Brigden of JessBCreativeCardiology. Hello. I hope you're having a great start to your week. I've got a fun project for you today. It's a quick and easy card, but it is still a fun fold technique. We are going to make a vertical stretch card. What do you think of that? So let me show you quickly what this card looks like and how you can make one too. So we have what looks like an ordinary card. You can see we've got a little bit of scoring going on, and then when you stretch it out, it expands. So great way to showcase multiple patterns of designer series paper. We've got a little stamping in there too. Fun little tag at the top. If you don't recognize these products, these are from the On The Go Suite collection. It is one of Stampin' Up's online exclusive suites that made its debut in March, but I love it. It's got a fun travel theme to it, so great if you do love to travel like I do, or perfect for scrapbooking as well. All kinds of fun stuff. So let me flip the camera so we can get stamping. All right. Here we go. Let's turn this around. If you are watching, let me know where you are tuning in from. All right, so I've got our sweet products stretched out here. Let me get some light going on. All right, hopefully we can see a little better here. All right, let's turn that light off. Okay, so we've got some. For some reason, that light just doesn't want to behave. There we go. How about that? I think we can still see pretty well. So part of this On The Go Suite collection here, we have the Tags to Go bundle, the stamp set here, which again is great for not just card making, but also scrapbooking, or even making little 3D treats. All right, so we've got some fun. We've got a lot of little labels, keys, all kinds of things that are like lock and key travel themed, cute little tags. All right, and then we've got our stamps here, which are also great for traveling. I love this. Today marks an adventure. Life detours are better with you. Far away but close at heart. I love this one. You're going places. That is great for graduations this time of year. But if you're using it for your memory keeping, you can also stamp this date stamp and then fill in the date that corresponds with your event and your photos. We also have congrats and enjoy, and a cute little geography marker here, hearts, little tags. All right, so we've got the stamps and dies. Of course, we have designer series paper, and check out how fun this is. Again, if you've got a trip coming up or a trip that you want to remember. All right, so we've got fun travel things, and then we also have some just regular designs, like we've got our plaids here. Okay, our colors, we've got strawberry slush going on. The Shy Shamrock is the green, so nice bright colors. You can't tell, these have little hearts in them here. All right, so all the little luggage tags and the keys, kind of like vintage hotel keys. We've got a little green Shy Shamrock wave. This pattern is interesting because these are actually journaling cards. They are 4x6, and you can cut them apart and use them on your pages, or you could use them on card fronts as well. All right, so it's kind of neat. You get 2 sheets of that as well. All right, with strawberry slush on the back side. Okay, larger luggage. We've got suitcases and backpacks and umbrellas, passports, the whole works there. Again, the primary colors here are the strawberry slush and the Shy Shamrock. All right, and then we also get 2 pages of tags, all right, that you can customize. So we're great for commemorating events, different things. And we have like a city map or subway map here on the back side. All right, so those are the patterns here in our On The Go collection. Okay. We also have, this part is really cool, we have puffy stickers. All right, you remember okay, so these were popular when I was a kid in the 80s. But they're the squishy, puffy epoxy stickers here. And so we've got little arrows and stars, geography markers here, little stamps, all kinds of stuff, fun labels, and you do get 2 sheets of those in a pack. All right, lots of fun here. Yes, 2 full sheets. All right, we have the Pack Your Bags Twine Trio, which has Azure Afternoon, Shy Shamrock, and Strawberry Slush. All right, you saw me use this on a project last week. All right, and then do I have these here to show? I do. All right, and oh, I even have a sample one. Awesome. All right, the other part of this suite, which is lots of fun, are the suitcase treat boxes. They are already cut, scored. They are food grade. Okay, and my friend Kay made this cute little box for me. You can see how it all folds up nicely. All right, we've even got the little handle. She decorated it with the little suitcase and some of the puffy stickers and twine. She used all 3 colors here, and just made a little belly band here for the project. And then you slip the handle out from under, and she's got, hi Pam, some fun, ooh, I need to investigate those. I got some Ghirardelli chocolate squares in there. She's got 3 in here, so you can fit at least 3. You could probably fit a few more even. Right? But this is the on-the-go suite collection. So lots and lots of fun that you get all of these fun elements in here. Okay, so we are going to make a vertical stretch fun fold card. All right, it's super quick, super easy, and it's a great way to showcase multiple patterns of your designer series paper. So I'm going to move the on-the-go suite to the side. All right, and pull in a 4 1/4 by 11 sheet of Strawberry Slush cardstock. Oh, hello, my hubby tuning in. So this card takes a 1/2 sheet of cardstock, but it's cut at 4 1/4 by 11. Okay, so you cut this on the short side. And then we are going to pull in our trimmer here. All right, I'm going to extend the arm because we are going to do our scoring here on the long side. So make sure you get your cutting blade out of the way. We only want the scoring blade, okay? So we are going to make 4 scores. All right, boy, the birds are loud right now. We're going to make 4 score. This sounds like 4 score and 7 years ago, right? So our first score is at 2 3/4. All right, 2 3/4. And then we're going to slide over to 4 1/4. All right, 2 3/4 and 4 1/4. Hi, Karen. Glad to have you join us on your lunch break. We are making a vertical stretch card. Works with any patterns of designer series paper. Today, we are using the on-the-go suite collection. So we've scored our cardstock 4 1/4 by 11 at 2 3/4 and 4 1/4. Okay, and essentially you're doing that, no, it's not the same on each side. So you want to do 2 3/4. All right, then 4 1/4. Okay, and then the next one here is 7 1/4. Okay, 7.25. And the fourth and final score here is at 8 1/2. All right, 8 1/2. So if you're writing those down on the 11-inch side, you are scoring at 2 3/4, 4 1/4, 7 1/4, and 8 1/2. Okay, so that's it. We just need 4 scores, 4 score and 7 years ago. Okay, on our cardstock. Now we are going to turn this vertically again. Now you'll notice one end, all right, in this case, the left end, the 2 3/4 is larger than the other end, okay? The other end is only 2 1/2, okay? So with the 2 3/4 end and 2 1/2 on the other, we want to rotate this so that the 2 3/4 is at the top and the 2 1/2 is at the bottom, okay? Make sure, larger section at the top. Okay, so let's get this started here. Let's get this party started. All right, so what we need is when it comes to designer series paper, you need 2 pieces of 4x4 designer series paper. Can't get any easier than that. 4x4 squares, okay? And with this on-the-go paper, it's super fun. So you guys let me know what your preference. Should we go with the Shy Shamrock patterns, or should we go with the Strawberry Slush suitcase patterns? All right, which color combo do you like best? The Shy Shamrock or the Strawberry Slush? Okay, so let me show you. All right, my sample card uses the Strawberry Slush. Okay, I use the, in this case I use the stripey pattern. And this time I have the plaid. All right, with the suitcases. So maybe I should do a different one. Maybe I should do, oh, Sherry does. Hi, Sherry. Hello, hello. All right, so we've got Strawberry Slush or Shy Shamrock. Okay. All right, so Sherry's voting for strawberry here, okay, which would be this combo. All right. So in addition to those 2 4x4 pieces of designer series paper, we need some basic white. We need a place to stamp or write our message, okay? So this is going to be 2 1/4, right? 2 1/4 by 4. This is going to go way down here at the bottom on that 2.5 inch section. All right, so you can go ahead and glue this down now, or stamp it first. So I think while I'm waiting, all right, Karen agrees, she likes both. Okay, but she is first choice strawberry. Okay, sounds great. So I've got some Strawberry Slush ink here and my stamps. Here we go. The tags to go stamps. All right, so again, I love these. I think I want to do a couple different ones. So let's go with You're Going Places. Okay, that'll be our sentiment here for the bottom. And we can even do a cute little heart stamp that goes with that. And then I'm going to do a tag for the top. And I think we'll use Today Marks an Adventure. Okay. Or you could even, if your friend is moving or something, you could do the far away but close at heart. That would work as well. Okay, so I'm going to keep this because it is graduation time here in New York. High schools are just wrapping up this week. All right, so graduation should be starting this weekend, I believe. Okay, so let's grab a couple of stamps. Looking for my blocks. Looks like I should have a skinny one. All right, what I'm going to do, because I want these to be, I'm going to line these up on here. All right, and then I can just stamp once. That makes it so much easier. And I think my heart is centered there under my sentiment. Okay, and then for the other one here, we'll use our smaller block. Okay, so before I glue this down, I'm gonna stamp my sentiment here. And I love that. Just 2 for 1 stamp makes it so much easier to line it up ahead of time rather than try to stamp it straight twice. Okay, so I'm gonna put this right in the center. You could do it higher or lower. Either way, this part's not going to be seen until you stretch it out. Okay, there we go. I'm a little inky there, but it's okay, it'll dry. All right, so this piece, like I said, 2 1/4 tall by 4 inches wide. And this goes in that bottom section here, this bottom panel, that is the smaller of the 2, okay? Smaller end here. And centers that right in. Okay, so let's go ahead with our strawberry slush. Now, I think I'm going to put the plaid at the top because that way when I add my little tag, it doesn't get lost. It's not as busy, okay? So we have a little score line here. So when it comes to adding your first panel of designer series paper, we want to make sure that we are only putting adhesive here on this top section. You do not want it to extend, your adhesive to extend below that score line, or you're just gonna glue your card, it's not gonna bend like it's supposed to, okay? So very gently, all right, and if you're using liquid glue, again, keep within the lines, all right? Make sure you leave yourself a good 1/4 of an inch border all the way around, okay? I think you guys can see that. All right, I did not go to the outside edge because my paper is designed, it's cut at 4 by 4. All right, so I'm gonna have a 1/4 of an inch border. So go ahead and stick this piece down first. Okay, so you've got that 1/4 of an inch on the left, the top, and the right. Okay, now we're skipping this little middle section, okay? And right down here to the larger section again, we are going to do the same thing. We're going to use our 4 by 4 designer series paper. I know, isn't that plaid fun? And same thing, we're going to adhere it here to this large middle section. Again, we want to make sure, because our paper is 4 by 4, we want to make sure we apply our adhesive only to this section and leave ourselves a 1/4 of an inch border all the way around, okay? So whatever your adhesive you're using, make sure you give yourself, all right, just draw a square. Give yourself a little border there, okay? And then when we stick this down, check it out, all right? So this is the stretch, right? This is the card fully stretched. Now what happens if we fold on those score lines, okay? So take the top, I'm gonna put that on the left. We are going to mountain fold, okay? Fold that down, mountain fold. The next one, we are going to fold up, valley fold. All right, so you're gonna alternate. So mountain, valley, okay? And then mountain and valley. And then, all right, can you see that? All right, mountain, valley, mountain, valley. And when you squish it all together, look at that. It folds down into a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch regular size card, okay? But when it stretches out, it's the full 4 1/4 by 11. All right, isn't that fun? So you can showcase multiple patterns, okay? Your middle one is just kind of peeks out the bottom there. So your sentiment is hidden until you stretch it out. All right, so to decorate this, I wanted to use the tag pattern here. I want to stamp my my greeting. In this case, today marks an adventure here on a tag. And I think this one might be kind of fun. Now there is not a die. These are all different sizes, but for the most part, they are pretty much easy angles to cut. So what I'm gonna do is snip out this piece, okay? So I'm just gonna cut it loose from the designer series paper. All right, so you can pick out your favorite here. All right, and then you still got the rest of your sheet intact, okay? So like I said, it's pretty easy angles, mostly straight cuts, okay? So not too complicated or too detailed and time consuming to cut out. All right, just a little bit. All right, and then I'm gonna trim the bottom here. All right, look how quick. All right, good to go. All right, so let's get out our strawberry slush ink again. We can stamp our greeting here. Today marks an adventure. You're going places. I'm gonna stamp this right here in the center of my tag. All right, Looks great. And now we get to embellish a little bit. So I'm gonna use some dimensionals on the back of this. Okay, so, oh look, my fingernail polish matches. All right, let's add some dimensionals here. This is a larger tag. We might as well use 5. All right, especially because as a fun fold technique card, this is one that we're going to be handling, all right, showing it off. Okay, so we want to make sure everything stays stuck. All right, so I like to put these kind of at an angle. I mean, you could put it on straight up and down, right, if you want, but I kind of like a little angled view here. So I just pop that up here on this top panel. Now, I did not punch that out. If you want to punch that out, you are welcome to. Hi, Luann. Hello, hello. Well, you will definitely need to go back and watch from the beginning because we do have a fun technique that we are doing today, the vertical stretch card. Lots of fun. All right, I'm not going to worry about cutting or punching out the little hole because honestly, when I show you this, nobody's going to see that part. So we've got some cool dies in here. And I like the key die. I like this big, long, like vintage skeleton key die. So I've already die cut this. What I did is I took my adhesive sheets. Okay, you've heard me talk a lot about these adhesive sheets. You get 6 by 12 sheets. They are double-sided sticky. Okay, so you cut them to size. You can see I got a smaller piece in here. Cut this to the size of the cardstock that you're using. Okay, so you just need like a little scrap of strawberry slush cardstock for this and a little strip of adhesive sheet. Apply your adhesive sheet to your cardstock first, okay, and then do your die cutting. When you do that, you get this cute little key. All right, isn't that fun? And on the back side, it is white, okay? That's the other side here. I did not run out of tape today, but look, you can see it. You can see the little red line in my tape, so I'm getting close. I made sure I got some refills handy. All right, so you've got the white backing from the double-sided adhesive sheets. Now, instead of trying to apply glue to this delicate die cut, you just get to peel the sticker off the back, okay? All right, already has the adhesive here, and I am going to use the circle here of my key. I'm gonna place that here above. Well, you can go in either, which direction do we wanna go? I think I'm gonna go to the right and place my key here. All right, onto my card front. Now you might be thinking, you can still see the white, you can still see the hole. What's up with that? Okay, that's where our fun twine comes in. You can use any color. All right, we've got 3 to choose from here in our Pack Your Bags Twine 3-pack. All right, but I want a little contrast since we've got some a lot of strawberry slush going on. So I did use my Shy Shamrock. All right, again, a little bow, the handy bow maker. All right, so grab your end. I'm right-handed, so I grab the end of my right hand. All right, I've kept it attached to the spool. Come around from the right. All right, take the back end over the front, cross it over the front. All right, so I switched hands here, cross that over the front, tuck it down through the middle, up and over the top, and then tie those 2 ends in a knot. Move your bow kind of over here to the center, okay, and then pull it tight. Trim that off, and you've got the cutest little bow, okay, and we just slide that off. Okay, here we go. Cute little bow shape. That's so cute. Okay, grab your glue dots. Remember, apply the knot to the dot. Okay, so put the knot right there on the dot. All right, we're good. And then if you've got your take your pick tool or your snips here, slide that underneath that glue dot. And now we're gonna put that knot right in the center here of our key. All right, see, worked perfect. Hid the hole. It looks super cute, nice and fun. Oh, good, isn't that cute, that fun, Karen? Yes, so the reason I say this whole on-the-go suite, all right, that is included this month at Stampin' Up! Is the buy one, get one half price. All right, you can buy a whole suite, get a second suite at half price. This on-the-go suite, the whole suite, which included the stamps, dies, designer paper, suitcase treat boxes, puffy stickers, and the twine. The whole thing is $74. All right, that's a really good price for a whole suite. Okay, so you could buy one suite, get the second half price, or you can mix and match among the items in the suite. Okay, you could do one Stampin' Die bundle, get the second Stampin' Die bundle half price. You could buy a bundle, get your designer series paper half price. Okay, Stampin' Up! Yes, Luann has over 20 suites, and this included in their sale are items that are not just part of a current suite, but items that were part of a suite in the past. Okay, so definitely take a look if you are in the online store and you click on an item. All right, click on the item so that you can see it. If it's included in the sale, it will say in red right by the quantity that it is part of the buy one, get one half price sale. Okay, so that goes through the end of the month, all right, through June 30th. I think, honestly, I really do think it is one of the best sales that Stampin' Up! Has ever had. I don't think people realize what an amazing deal buy one, get one half price is, that there's no limit. Stampin' Up! Has never offered, they've never offered bundles at half price, let alone entire suite collections at half price. Yeah, I think it's a phenomenal deal, and and they've been doing a really good job of keeping items stocked. We're halfway, well, more than halfway through the promotion at this point, and there are, I believe, three suites that have embellishments or embossing folders, items that are currently out of stock. But as Luann mentioned, there are over 20 full suites included in the promotion. So if three or four parts are out of stock, you still have 16 full suites to choose from. All right, like I said, you can mix and match. All right, you do not have to get a full suite. You can mix and match the paper, the embellishments. Just keep in mind that the half price will apply to the least expensive suite item in your cart. Okay, so if you purchase a bundle and a pack of paper, the discount will come off of the paper. Alrighty, so is there some way to get a PDF of the paper listing? All right, for this online exclusive, yes, I can send this to you, Luann. Okay, I can do that. I have PDFs for the online exclusives that were released in January and March and even May. All right. Yes, January, March, and May. And then we have a new set of online exclusives coming out in July that is currently under demo pre-order. I do not have a PDF for that yet. All right, but yeah, I can send you that PDF, Luann. Alrighty, so check it out. I hope you like this. This is the vertical stretch technique card. So I hope you give it a try. Lots and lots of fun, and you can use any designer series paper, and you do not have to use on the go. It's a great way to mix and match any patterns, and you could use any punch or die cut to stamp your sentiment there. All right, so give it a try. Let me know how that works for you. And if you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, right? Like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. And so actually, demo friend Linda Cullen designed the PDFs, and then I have customized it with my information. So no, they are not found elsewhere. It was a demo, a leadership sharing that we did. So so they're not published anywhere. So, but I can, if you would like one, if any of you would like one, please let me know. I just need your email address and I can send those to you. Alrighty, thank you guys. I've got to take Ziggy to the vet here at 4 o'clock. She's doing well, but it is her yearly vet visit. Get her blood work done, get all her, make sure her shots are up to date and all is well. So she is currently hiding in a closet. I'm hoping she does not hide under the bed when I bring the cat carrier out. So wish me the best as Ziggy and I get ready to head to the vet here and enjoy some stamping this afternoon. All right, I look forward to stamping with you again Tuesdays and Fridays at 3 p.m. Eastern. All righty, take care, everybody. Bye-bye.